Subscribe to Defense Reports, your go-to source for timely, in-depth military and defense reports. I'm Alex. Join me with Arya in the latest Deep Dive by Defense Report for a sharp, no-nonsense breakdown of the latest in global defense news, military technology, and strategic developments. And today, January 14, 2026, we are covering some major breaking news.
It's big.
It really is. It signals a profound shift in European defense strategy. The headline is bold, and the implications are just massive. Germany sends lethal Lynx to Ukraine.
And this is the official confirmation we've been waiting for. On January 12th, the announcement finally dropped. Germany is financing the delivery of the cutting-edge Lynx KF41 infantry fighting vehicle, the IFV, to Ukraine.
And this isn't just another equipment transfer, is it? This feels different.
It's a statement, a huge one.
Okay, let's unpack this. We've got used to seeing Germany supply legacy systems, right? The Martyrs, the Leopard ones, but the Lynx. This is something else entirely. It's brand new.
Arguably the most advanced IFV on the market today.
So our mission for this deep dive is to figure out why this specific delivery marks such a massive shift in European defense policy.
And we've got two really critical threads to pull on that I think will keep you hooked. First, the industrial side of things. This first delivery is just the prelude.
The tip of the iceberg.
Exactly. It's the prelude to a much larger joint venture that aims to turn Ukraine into a critical defense manufacturing hub. We're talking about them building their own Lynx IFVs, maybe even by the end of this year.
That is just extraordinary, building a high-tech factory in a war zone.
It's a massive vote of confidence.
Okay, and cliffhanger number 2. This one goes straight to the front lines.
It does. It goes right to the heart of the current fighting. The Lynx seems almost purpose-built to neutralize the most persistent, the most deadly threat on the Ukrainian battlefield right now.
Those low-cost, swarming FPV drones.
Right. And we're going to get into how it does that using this revolutionary, smart ammunition that just fundamentally changes the rules of engagement for ground vehicles.
So we are unpacking a new era of German military support, the cutting-edge tech inside the KF41, and what this all means long-term for Europe. This is a deep dive you won't want to miss. All right, let's start with the big picture, the strategic context. On the surface, the initial order seems, well, modest.
Just 5 vehicles.
Right, 5 brand new Lynx KF41s. The value is high, mid-double-digit million euros, and delivery is expected pretty soon, early 2026. But why 5? Why 5 brand new, incredibly expensive vehicles instead of, say, 50 more refurbished older systems?
Because you gain a strategic commitment that legacy equipment just can't offer. I mean, these 5 vehicles are the physical manifestation of Chancellor Merz's proactive German defense posture.
The famous Zeitenwende.
Exactly, the turning point.
Yeah.
For decades, German defense policy has been defined by restraint. But this deal, this is what truly monetizes and, well, weaponizes that policy shift. It moves Germany away from those slow, complex ring exchange models.
Where they give a new tank to Poland so Poland can give an old tank to Ukraine.
Yeah.
That always felt so convoluted.
It was. Now, they're using what some are calling the Danish model.
Okay, what's that?
Germany is directly financing the purchase of new, factory-fresh equipment from industry, from Rheinmetall, for Ukraine's specific operational needs. It cuts through the red tape.
And it ensures Ukraine gets gear made for this war, not the last one.
Precisely. And by late 2025, Berlin had already provided nearly 20 billion euros in military aid. This cements their role as the primary European guarantor of Ukrainian security. This isn't just aid anymore, it's a strategic investment.
So what about the military value of just these first 5? The sources call them frontline validation platforms.
That's exactly what they are. Ukraine becomes only the 2nd country in the world to operate the Lynx after Hungary.
And crucially, the first to use it in active combat.
Right. And that deployment turns the Ukrainian battlefield into a living laboratory.
That phrase, living laboratory, is just fascinating. It suggests this is a stress test for the entire European defense industry.
That's the core of it. Rheinmetall is in a fierce global competition. They're trying to win the massive U.S. OMFV contract to replace the Bradley.
And big contracts in Italy and Australia, too.
Absolutely. So how the Lynx performs against real, modern Russian tactics in a thick electronic warfare environment, that's going to determine its commercial success worldwide. Its success is Europe's success.
So, stepping back, this isn't a donation. It's the permanent integration of Ukraine into the high-tier European technical ecosystem, a long-term partnership. All right, let's move from the politics and get under the hood. If the American M2 Bradley is the reliable old workhorse, what's the Lynx KF41?
It's the next generation digital flagship. It's built to fight differently. Its whole design philosophy is about adaptability as a core capability.
And it achieves that with a modular open systems architecture, or MSF. That sounds like pure jargon. Can you break that down for us?
Sure, think of it like a universal USB port, or maybe an app store, but for military hardware. MOSISA means the Lynx uses standardized interfaces, so you can easily swap in a new sensor from France or an electronic warfare system from the US. The whole vehicle can be reconfigured for a new mission in under 8 hours.
That kind of speed is essential when the battlefield is changing so fast. Now it's a heavy vehicle, isn't it?
Oh, very heavy. Up to 50 tons in its full combat loadout. That's heavier than a fully loaded semi-truck.
And that weight is all about protection.
It's a direct reflection of Western design. It prioritizes crew survivability, a complete contrast to the Soviet-era UAVs, which were lighter, faster, but, well, much less protected.
So how does that protection hold up against modern threats?
It uses a multi-layered approach. The baseline is a high-hardness steel hull, but that's augmented with these modular composite and ceramic armor panels. And the key spec is the frontal arc. It's rated to STANAG 4569 Level 6.
I hear that level 6 rating a lot. In practical terms, what does that mean for the crew inside?
It means the front of the Lynx can stop armor-piercing 30mm rounds, specifically APF-SDS rounds, those long dart-like projectiles.
Which are fired from Russian IFVs.
The most common cannon on them, yes. A lot of other IFVs only have level 4 protection, which stops heavy machine gun fire. Level 6 is a massive leap in survivability.
And what about mines and IEDs? They've been a huge problem.
That's handled by the whole design. It's rated level 4A4B. It has a double floor, and the crew seats are actually decoupled, sort of hanging from the ceiling instead of being bolted to the floor.
To dissipate the blast.
Exactly. The whole system is designed to absorb the energy from a 10-kilogram TNT blast before it can get to the soldiers inside.
And this is where it gets really advanced with the anti-tank missile threat.
It has the potential for a hard kill system, which is critical.
You're talking about an active protection system, an APS?
Yes. The modular design allows for integrating the Strike Shield APS to physically shoot down incoming rockets and missiles. But what comes standard is the ROSY system.
The rapid obscuring system.
Right, a soft kill measure. In just 0.4 seconds, it fires off a multispectral smoke screen that can blind everything from laser-guided missiles to the thermal optics on high-end drones.
Incredible. Okay, shifting gears. Mobility. 50 tons is a lot to move through that Ukrainian mud.
It's a huge challenge. That's why it's built for massive power. It has a Liebherr D976 diesel engine that puts out 850 kilowatts. That's 1,140 horsepower.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's all about high torque at low speeds, which is exactly what you need to push through the Rasputitsa when lighter vehicles would just get stuck.
And what about the maintenance? That logistical tail can be brutal.
That's where some very smart planning comes in. The transmission, the Rank HSWL 256, is the same one used in the Puma IFV and the PZH 2000 howitzer.
Both of which are already in Ukraine in large numbers and heavily supported. It's a huge advantage.
So in human terms, that means when a Lynx breaks down, the mechanic trained on a PZH 2000 already knows the transmission. That cuts repair time from weeks, shipping it back to Poland, down to maybe just days near the front. Precisely. A massive tactical advantage.
Let's move to lethality. And specifically to the kinetic solution for the drone problem, which has just dominated this conflict.
Right. The initial Lynx configuration comes with the two-man Lance 2.0 turret. It's got advanced sensors and that they call a killer-killer capability.
Meaning the commander and gunner can engage two separate targets at the same time.
They can, but the primary weapon is what makes this a true game changer. It's the Rheinmetall MK30 2ABM 30mm cannon, and that ABM part is key.
Airburst munition. This is the A-head technology. Walk us through how this works against a tiny, fast-moving FPV drone.
Okay, so a standard cannon shell just flies straight and hits a target. A head is totally different. The Lynx fire control system calculates the exact distance to the drone, and then it programs the fuse inside the 30mm shell milliseconds before it fires.
So it tells the shell exactly when to explode.
At a precise point in front of the target, so it's not a bullet anymore.
It's a miniature, high-velocity shotgun blast in the sky.
That's a perfect way to put it. When it detonates, it releases a cloud of 162 heavy tungsten sub-projectiles. You're not trying to hit a pizza box-sized drone with one tiny point. You're engulfing it in a lethal cloud of shrapnel.
It's a kinetic solution for a problem that's been almost impossible to solve from the ground.
Exactly. This is why the Lynx is a next-generation asset. It's built to solve the most intense threat on the modern battlefield today.
And this is part of a bigger system, a larger synergy.
It is. The Lynx is designed to work alongside the Skyranger 35 air defense vehicle, which uses the same ahead principle in a bigger 35mm caliber. It creates a unified anti-drone umbrella.
But it still needs to kill tanks.
It does, and that's where its secondary lethality comes in. The integration of the Spike LR2 anti-tank guided missile.
That's a serious tank killer.
It is. It's a fire-and-forget missile with a 5.5-kilometer range, and it can do top attack profiles.
Hitting the turret roof, the weakest point.
Which is devastating for any main battle tank. So when you put it all together, the armor, the A-head capability, the Spike missile, it's a massive leap over the current IFVs in the conflict.
I mean, the Bradley and Marder are respected systems.
Legendary systems.
Yeah.
But they're 40-year-old designs. Their cannons can't use this smart ammunition. The Lynx is designed from the ground up for the high-tech, digitally driven war that Ukraine is fighting right now.
Okay, let's circle back to the industrial complex, because the long-term story here isn't just about 5 vehicles. It's about turning Ukraine into a permanent defense manufacturing hub.
This is probably the most significant long-term strategic move here. Rheinmetall has called itself Ukraine's most important defense industry partner. And this is about true technology transfer and localization, not just sales.
And it's all formalized through a joint venture, Rheinmetall Ukrainian Defense Industry, LLC. Rheinmetall holds a 51% share, established during the war. What does that signal?
That 51% is pure industrial confidence. It's a deep, long-term belief in Ukraine's resilience and its future. For a major European defense company to risk that much capital to build high-tech facilities inside a war zone, it's a powerful geopolitical signal.
And we've already seen the first results of this.
We have. In June of 2024, the JV opened its first maintenance and repair hub in Western Ukraine. And it's staffed by Ukrainian engineers and mechanics, all trained in Germany.
So what's the immediate benefit of that hub being on Ukrainian soil?
It drastically shortens the logistic tail. Before, a badly damaged Leopard or Marder might have to be shipped all the way to Lithuania for major repairs. That's months out of the fight.
And now it can be done in-country.
Keeping those critical systems operational and on the front line. And that hub was explicitly built to provide life cycle support for the highly digital Lynx. It's built for the long haul.
So this initial batch of 5 is really just the vanguard for a much larger domestically produced fleet.
That's the plan. Rheinmetall has said up to 300 Lynx IFVs could eventually be supplied to Ukraine and eventually built there. The CEO even projected that the first Ukrainian-made Lynx could roll off the line by 2025 or 2026.
That is an incredibly aggressive timeline.
It shows an immense faith in the future of Ukraine, and it goes beyond just vehicles. Joint work is already well advanced on a new ammunition factory.
A Ukrainian Center of Excellence for Ammunition.
Right, and the goal is a 6-digit number of 155mm artillery shells per year. And again, Rheinmetall holds that majority 51% stake.
So what does this all mean for European security when you put it all together?
This is more than aid. This is deep industrial integration happening during wartime. It merges Ukraine's defense capacity directly and permanently into the European industrial base. It's a powerful signal of future deterrence.
Okay, so to summarize our deep dive, we've really hit on 3 key takeaways. First, this profound German political shift, the true institutionalization of the Zeitenwende.
Second, the Lynx's clear technological superiority, especially that A-head counter-drone capability, which solves the modern battlefield's biggest problem.
And third, the deep industrial commitment, symbolized by Rheinmetall's 51% stake, and those factories being built inside Ukraine.
And the Lynx KF41 is now effectively the next-generation testbed for the entire European defense industry. The performance data coming out of Ukraine is going to shape armored vehicle design for decades.
Which raises a final provocative thought for you to mull over. The U.S. Army is still looking for a replacement for the Bradley in its massive OMFV program. The Lynx is a top competitor. If the KF41 proves its mettle in Ukraine, will that overwhelming combat data compel the U.S. Army to adopt it, cementing German engineering as the new NATO standard for IFVs?
A fascinating possibility. It really shows how the fighting today directly influences the defense technology of tomorrow.
You've been listening to Defense Report by Alex Scenario, where we analyze the latest in military strategy, global defense, and advanced weaponry.
It's me. Subscribe to Defense Reports, your go-to source for timely, in-depth military and defense reports. We'll catch you next time.